Let's keep it super simple today. We'll just create the set of other pages that are required as part of the spec. So right now we just did a pnpm dev that's running our website on 5173. So another thing that probably you can just remember is that 5173, 5174, 4173, all these are used by React, whereas 3000 is used by Next.js. So anytime you see something running on 5173, you can be sure it is React. And if you see anything running on 3000, 3001, something like that, you can be sure it's Next.js. So right now we have a React application that's running on 5173. So let's just see what this one shows. So it directly enters into the blog writer, a very, very clean blog writer. And let's say we switch on the day mode. It's pretty decent. Okay, so we'll just prompt our way into building the entire application. So at this point, it's important that we also publish it to GitHub, just so that we have a copy of the working app. So I'm just going to say initialize this repository. I'll say initial work, commit, say publish. So if you already installed, if you already created your GitHub account and signed in with that, it's going to just give you a ask you something like this. Do you want to publish it to a GitHub private repository or a public repository? Obviously, you just want to publish it to a private repository, unless you want to make it open source. Right, that's it. So now what happens is, yes, we have one repository which is tracking our changes. No matter what happens to your local code, if it gets deleted, you can always fetch it from there. For example, I'll show you how this is now. So let's say we have Gopi shell. You go to the repositories. We just added a no nonsense writer, right? Just now. Creates a by default, README file. Your cloud.mt is also here, which talks about the different parts of the project and all that, right? So it also, okay, some of the features are still pending here, and that's cool. Now let's work on the stuff. So right now, since it's only you, you can always keep publishing to main. At some point, once the product is live, I'll also help you understand like how do you maintain different branches of code so that not every change that you're doing is directly affecting your end customers. So at this point of time, I'll just say, the editor is great, but we need other pages to maintain folders, tags, drafts, etc. Go through the spec, understand and create other pages. I like it that we always start with the editor itself, but there should probably be a way to resume something in draft or browse through existing content. Right, let's see what it does. So can you change the address bar title appropriately? Right now it says white plus React. So this is not always a blog writer. It could be where any content. So I need options. I can copy with formatting to Markdown editors like nothing. Also, I need expert PDF. Simply works. I'm just writing also here so that it doesn't actually stop doing what it's doing. It keeps on just adjusting it, right? So the bar is persistent sometimes. Here, at the moment. Right. So this will take some time to work on. Is all super base. Me create a project. Okay. I already told that authentication is all super base. So let's go to super based dashboard. Did I already create a project? Authentication doesn't look like table editor. There are no tables here. Yes, authentication has some tables. Maybe this is a project that I can just use. This hardly anything in this. All I did was just create a free project here. If I go here, the settings. Say this is called since API keys. Right. This is our own public key. I mean, even if you look at it, there's nothing much you could do here. Right. So looks like we already created a publishable key here. Just go here. We don't need to send it the project ID as well. Be the data API. Check URL at authentication general allow you new users to sign up. Confirm email. Email is the only one that's enabled right now. Secure email change. I think we need this. Secure password change, password requirements, email OTP. Okay, done. Right. We are not enabling any other authentication mechanisms. If we want to, we can always just going here and saying, auth providers, just do you want to have like a Gmail login? Yeah, but we need certain client IDs and client secret, which we have to create on Google side and then put it here. For now, it's not needed. We'll keep it simple. Okay, is this done? Awesome. We could have as well said, dark mode isn't that great. I kind of feel like we could do much better job with the dark mode. Wonder why it changed. Oh yeah, so it installed HTML to Canvas and JS I think JS is the one that will help us export to PDF. Good job. So what did we also say? Can you also finish the settings page? We said, right, on the data models, because next we are going to start saving it to Supabase. Awesome, look at that. Settings one is so clean. Just as folders, you could create new folders. Now personalized, FIPOs, work, ideas, profile, light, export. Awesome. Blue on buttons as well, please. Or icons. Right. Although for some it might look like too boring, black and white is a great way to maintain focus. If you want some sort of inspiration, Stoic is a great app which did amazing design just using black and white. In fact, while we are at it, we should also create a brand guidelines. Create a brand guideline markdown file that shows that has guidelines on how we can create an awesome looking web app purely with grayscale shades. Mm, Mention the font, other guidelines as well, and make it comprehensively shades and not purely black and white. Otherwise, we risk making it quite boring. So here it says I'll create a comprehensive brand guideline document for building an awesome grayscale web application with subtle shades and excellent visual hierarchy. Awesome. Meanwhile, while this is happening, let me go to Vercel and try to host this. This is a different account, I believe. Yeah, this one is my pro account. So what I'll do here is that add a new project. Right, I'll just go into my Gopi since writer. Already it detects that it's a white project. See it. Saying is, to copy paste these environment files, deploy. That's it. Still haven't decided a name for this one. So well, this is the previous version that was in main branch. Changes that we have. Which we'll do in a minute. Let's see. Great. So we just need to check if it's building properly. for production. What happens is sometimes things build okay for dev but not for production. So the way you check is just run npm run build, and it says it built successfully, right? And you don't see any red color lines. So just before committing, you want to generate a commit message summarizing all the changes that went into this one, right? Commit and sync. Now it pushed all the changes to main, which means in a few minutes you will see the changes getting reflected here. So if you go to logs, there you go. It actually says it's already, it's crazy just now. So if you just refresh this page, it's a new site already deployed. Clicking this is working. Awesome. So tomorrow we'll continue on this website, and now that it's already deployed, and we'll also figure out a good name, where we can deploy this website and just start, getting feedback from the users.